She argued, "Stop acting like I'm some criminal, it was just a small lie." I said, "Then you won't mind a small audience." When I projected her messages on the wall at her birthday party, the room fell silent. I, 31 male, am still processing what went down last Saturday. My girlfriend Natalie, 29, had been planning her birthday party for months. Big bash, rented venue, the works. What she didn't plan for was me discovering her small lie 3 weeks before the party. We'd been together 4 years, living together for 2. Everything seemed solid until I noticed she'd been weird about her phone lately. Not the usual hiding texts from an affair, weird, different. She'd quickly close certain apps, turn her screen away when scrolling through messages. Red flags, yeah, but not the kind I expected. The truth came out accidentally. She left her laptop open while showering, and a Discord notification popped up. Normally wouldn't snoop, but the preview said, "Remember, if anyone asks about the fundraiser, stick to the story." My stomach dropped. See, 6 months ago, Natalie's coworker Melissa supposedly had a house fire. Lost everything. Natalie organized this whole fundraiser through our friend group, collected around $8,000. We all pitched in heavy. I gave $500 myself and helped get donations from my family. My mom sent $300, my brother $200. Everyone wanted to help. Curiosity killed the cat, right? I clicked the notification. Found myself in a group chat called Vegas Squad 2024. My hands literally shook reading through the messages. There was no house fire, no tragedy. Melissa was in on it. They used that money for a massive Vegas trip, 5 days at the Wynn, bottle service, shows, shopping sprees, the works, all documented in their chat with photos and laughing emojis about how generous everyone was. The messages were brutal to read. "Natalie, ooh, my BF's mom sent another $100 today for poor Melissa's recovery." "Girl, stop, I can't. Should we feel bad?" "For what? Living our best life? They can afford it." Another friend, "Just don't get caught, Nat, or BF seems suspicious sometimes." "Nah, he's too trusting. Besides, it's not like we robbed a bank." I sat there for 20 minutes just frozen. Then I did what any rational person would do. Started screenshotting everything. Every message, every photo, every timestamp. Uploaded them all to my cloud storage. Even recorded video of me scrolling through the chat on her laptop as proof I wasn't doctoring anything. When she came out of the shower, I was sitting on the couch, normal as ever. She kissed my cheek, asked what I wanted for dinner. I said pasta sounded good. Kept it together somehow. For 3 days, I played normal while planning. She kept talking about her party, how excited she was, how she'd invited everyone who donated to thank them personally for helping Melissa. The audacity made my skin crawl. Then Wednesday happened. She was showing me her dress for the party when her phone buzzed. Another Discord notification. She grabbed it quick, but I saw her face change. "Babe," she said slowly. "Did you use my laptop earlier?" "Yeah, needed to print something for work." "Why?" Her expression shifted through several emotions. Then she went full offensive. "You went through my messages." Not a question. A statement. "I saw a notification about a fundraiser story," I said calmly. "Clicked it by accident." "By accident?" She laughed, but it was sharp. "You snooped through my private conversations." "Private conversations about stealing $8,000 from our friends and family?" She actually rolled her eyes. "Oh my God, stop being so dramatic. We didn't steal anything. People chose to donate. To help someone whose house burned down. It was a little white lie. Melissa needed a vacation. We all did. Work has been hell. We deserved something nice." The entitlement was staggering. "You took money from my mother, from my brother. They offered. Nobody forced them." "Based on a lie, Natalie." This is when she said it. "Stop acting like I'm some criminal. It was just a small lie. Everyone exaggerates online. It's not that deep." I stared at her for a long moment. "Then you won't mind a small audience." "What's that supposed to mean?" "Nothing. Forget it." She studied my face, then shrugged. "Whatever. I'm not apologizing for having some fun. Maybe if you weren't so uptight, I would have invited you." That sealed it for me. No remorse. No shame. Just pure entitlement. Update 1. The next 2 weeks were interesting. Natalie went into damage control mode, but not how you'd think. She wasn't trying to make amends or return money. Nah, she was coaching her squad on their story. I know because she got sloppy. Started taking calls in the bathroom with the fan on, thinking I couldn't hear. But our bathroom shares a vent with the closet. Could hear everything when I stood on a chair. Just say the insurance money came through, so Melissa's doing better, she said in one call. If anyone asks about receipts, say it went to gift cards and cash assistance. Meanwhile, I was busy with my own prep. Her birthday party was at this rented event space downtown. One of those trendy places with exposed brick and Edison bulbs. She'd sent everyone these fancy digital invitations through some app. About 60 people RSVP'd, yes. Here's the thing about modern event spaces. They all have AV setups for presentations. Projectors, screens, sound systems. It's standard now. The venue Natalie chose had a massive wall they use for weddings, slideshows, and corporate presentations. I called the venue, said I was surprising my girlfriend with a birthday slideshow. They were super helpful. Told me I could bring a USB drive or connect my laptop via HDMI. They even offered to test it beforehand to make sure everything worked. But Natalie was getting paranoid. Started asking weird questions like, "You're still coming to my party, right? And you haven't been talking to Melissa, have you?" Thursday before the party, she tried a different approach. Came home with takeout from my favorite place, acted super sweet. "Babe, I've been thinking," she said, unpacking pad thai. "Maybe I was wrong about the whole thing, not about doing it, but about not including you." "Okay, what if we plan something together? Just us? A couple's trip?" I knew what this was, bribery. "Using what money?" She smiled. "I still have some left from, about $1,500. We could do a long weekend somewhere nice." The fact that she still had money left made it worse somehow. "I'm good." Her face hardened. "Fine, be petty, but you better not try to ruin my party." "Wouldn't dream of it." She squinted at me. "I'm serious. If you say anything to anyone, we're done." "Are we not done already?" "See, this is your problem," she snapped. "You make everything so black and white. Life has gray areas, babe. Grow up." Friday night, she went out with her Vegas squad for pre-birthday drinks. Posted a bunch of stories on Instagram with captions like, "Best friends ever" and "Ride or dies." The same people who helped her scam our mutual friends. I used that time to make my final preparations. Created a simple slideshow. Nothing fancy, just screenshots of their Discord messages organized chronologically. Added some context slides with dates and dollar amounts. The last slide was a compilation of the Vegas photos they'd shared. Them popping champagne, shopping bags from designer stores, VIP sections at clubs. The party was Saturday at 7 p.m. I arrived at 7:15, fashionably late. The place was packed. Natalie had gone all out, catered food, open bar, DJ, the works. Wonder how she paid for all that. She was holding court near the bar, birthday tiara on, surrounded by friends. When she saw me, her smile faltered for a second before she recovered. "Babe, you made it." She kissed my cheek, whispered, "Behave," I smiled. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Update 2. Around 8:30, after everyone had a few drinks and the mood was peak celebration, Natalie's friend Jenna, who wasn't in on the scam, clinked her glass to make a toast. "I just want to say," Jenna started, clearly tipsy, "Natalie is the most generous person I know. When Melissa's house burned down, she didn't hesitate. She organized everything, got us all together to help. That's the kind of person she is." People clapped. Melissa, standing near the back, looked uncomfortable. Natalie beamed. "That was my cue." "Actually," I said, standing up. "Since we're talking about Natalie's generosity, I put together a little presentation about that fundraiser. Mind if I share?" Natalie's face went white. "Babe, no one wants to see." "No, this is perfect," Jenna interrupted. "I love photo slideshows." Before Natalie could stop me, I was already connecting my laptop to the HDMI cable. The venue's AV guy, who I'd tipped $50 earlier to be ready, had the projector running in seconds. The first slide appeared on the massive white wall. The Melissa House Fire fundraiser, a full accounting. Murmurs in the crowd. Natalie started moving toward me, but her cousin grabbed her arm, thinking she was being modest. The second slide. Total raised, $8,147. People nodded approvingly. Then came the third slide, the first screenshot. There was no house fire. The room went quiet. I clicked to the next slide. The Discord message where Melissa said, "Well, now, I can't believe they bought the house fire story." Gasps. Actual gasps. Natalie shrieked, "Turn it off, turn it off." But I kept clicking. Message after message displayed on that wall. The Vegas planning, the jokes about people's donations, the photos of them at the win. That message where Natalie called the donors too trusting. My mom was there. She stood frozen, staring at the screenshot where Natalie laughed about her $300 donation. My brother's face was pure rage. Melissa tried to run for the exit, but people were blocking the way, all turned toward the wall, reading. Natalie rushed at me, trying to grab my laptop. "You psycho, these are private messages. You had no right." "Just a small lie, right?" I said, calmly clicking to the next slide. "Not that deep?" She actually swung at me. Missed completely, lost her balance in her heels, stumbled into a chair, her birthday tiara fell off. The final slide was the itemized list of their Vegas expenses from their chat. Bottle service at Omnia, $2,400. Shopping at Forum Shops, $3,100. Spa day, $800. The room exploded, not physically, but verbally. My brother started yelling at Melissa. Jenna was crying. Someone's boyfriend shouted about calling the cops. Natalie's mom, who'd driven 2 hours to be there, walked up to her daughter. "You stole from these people? From your friends?" "It wasn't stealing," Natalie screamed. "It was just redistributing. They all have money." "I worked 2 jobs, shouted Tom, this guy from our friend group who donated $200. "My wife is pregnant. We gave that money thinking someone lost their home." Tessa, the third Vegas squad member, tried damage control. "Look, we can pay everyone back." "With what?" someone yelled. "You spent it all." The venue manager appeared, looking concerned about the escalating situation. But honestly, most people were just leaving. The party emptied out in under 10 minutes. Just abandoned drinks and a birthday cake no one would eat. Natalie stood in the middle of the empty dance floor, mascara running, still trying to justify it. "You're all overreacting. It's not like anyone went hungry because of this." "My kid's college fund," one of her coworkers said quietly as she left. "I took $300 from my kid's college fund because I thought someone was homeless." Update 3. By Sunday morning, the story had exploded through our social network. Screenshots of my slideshow were being shared in group chats. Someone had recorded video of Natalie trying to grab my laptop and posted it. Natalie called me 23 times. I didn't answer. She filled my voicemail with alternating messages of rage and pleading. "You ruined my life over nothing. Please call me back, we can work this out. I'll sue you for sharing private messages. Baby, please, I'm sorry, I'll pay everyone back. You're dead to me. I love you, please answer." Monday, I got a call from her father. Expected him to tear into me. Instead, he sounded tired. "We're paying everyone back," he said. "Making Natalie sell her car. Melissa's parents are doing the same. We didn't raise her like this." "I'm sorry it came to this," I said, and meant it. "No, I'm sorry. For what she did to you, to your family. That's not who we thought she was." Natalie was fired from her job by Wednesday. Not officially for the scam, but for violation of company ethics policy. Turns out 3 of her coworkers who donated were at the party. They reported it to HR. Melissa deleted all her social media. Tessa posted a long apology that no one bought, then also went dark. Thursday, Natalie showed up at my apartment. I'd already changed the locks. She'd had a key, so she was just standing in the hallway when I got home from work. She looked rough. Hair unwashed, same clothes as yesterday from the looks of it. "Can we talk?" she asked. "No, I'm paying everyone back. My dad is helping." "Good. I lost my job. Consequences." She started crying. Not the dramatic tears from the party, but real, ugly crying. "I don't understand how you could do this to me. I loved you. You stole from my mother. I was going to pay her back eventually." "No, you weren't." "How do you know?" "Because you still think you did nothing wrong." She stopped crying, and there it was, that flash of entitlement again. It was $8,000. People waste more than that on stupid stuff all the time. "Not the point." "Then what is?" "You lied, you manipulated, you laughed about it, you felt zero guilt until you got caught. So you had to humiliate me in front of everyone?" "You humiliated yourself. I just provided transparency." She stared at me for a long moment. "You're a monster." "No, I'm just someone who doesn't let people steal from cancer patients and call it a white lie." "What?" "Tom's wife, the pregnant one, she's got lymphoma. They still donated because they thought someone needed it more." That actually seemed to hit her. Her face went pale. "I didn't know, because you didn't care to know. You just saw ATMs, not people." She left after that. No dramatic exit, just walked away. Final update, it's been a month now. The money has been returned to everyone, though I heard Natalie's parents had to take out a loan to cover it all immediately. She moved back in with them, apparently. The Vegas squad is done. Melissa moved to another city for a fresh start. Tessa's engaged boyfriend broke up with her when he found out. Turns out she'd been telling him she was working overtime to save for their wedding, but was actually planning Vegas. My mom won't stop checking on me. Thinks I'm traumatized or something. I'm really not. If anything, I'm relieved. Found out who Natalie really was before we got married or had kids. My brother keeps calling me a legend for the slideshow thing. His exact words were, "Most people would have just dumped her. You gave her a Netflix documentary ending." I don't know about that. I just wanted the people she stole from to know the truth. Got a message from Tom last week. His wife's treatment is going well, and they were able to put the returned money back in savings. He thanked me for exposing it, said he would have never known otherwise. The funny thing? Natalie was right about one thing. It was a small lie in the grand scheme of things. But that's what made it worse. She was willing to betray everyone's trust for something so petty. If she'd lie about that, laughing the whole time, what else would she lie about? I've been going to therapy, not because I'm traumatized, but because I want to understand how I missed the signs for 4 years. My therapist says sometimes people are just really good at hiding who they are until they think they're safe. The entitlement was always there, just waiting. Dating apps are depressing, so I'm taking a break from all that. Started volunteering at a local food bank though. Weird response to this whole thing, I know, but after seeing someone fake a tragedy for money, I wanted to help with real problems. Last I heard through mutual friends, Natalie's been telling people I'm abusive and controlling, that I financially monitored her and invaded her privacy. Most people who were at the party aren't buying it. The ones who weren't there? Who knows? Don't really care anymore. She texted me from a new number last week. "I hope you're happy. You destroyed my life over a mistake." I didn't respond, just blocked the number. But if I had, I would have said, "No, you destroyed your life over a choice. I just made sure everyone knew about it." The venue refunded her party deposit to her parents, by the way. They said they couldn't keep money from that disaster of an event. Even they knew it was messed up. Anyway, that's my story. Not exactly a happy ending, but not sad either. Just real. Sometimes people show you who they are, and when they do, you gotta believe them. Even if it means projecting their lies on a wall at their birthday party. Oh, and if anyone's wondering, yes, I kept all the screenshots, just in case anyone ever needs a reminder about what really happened. The cake was red velvet, by the way. $60, 3 tiers, custom decorated. Nobody ever ate it. Kinda poetic, honestly. A beautiful lie that went to waste, just like everything else.